This is Carlos Montero from the field, and I have great news for Latin America. A few seconds ago, behind me, Valencia scored for Ecuador. Ecuador, Netherlands, tied right now in 1 goal. Important game for Ecuador. They need to tie or win if to have a much better time in the third match they are playing against Senegal. Another breaking news of the day. The breaking news was about Neymar. Yesterday, last night, Brazil played a fantastic game. They won 2-0, but it wasn't Neymar. The star of the team, it was Richarlison, scored the 2 goals. Neymar has to leave after the halftime because he has a problem in his ankle. Today, the Brazilian Federation, the soccer federation from Brazil, they said Neymar is going to be out for the next 2 games, and more probably is going to come back if the Brazilian national team make it to the quarterfinal. I'm sure they are going to make it to the quarterfinal because the group of 8, because they have a fantastic team. They showed that yesterday. But let's see the story. It's about Neymar, his relationship with Brazil. You remember in 2014 he got injured and he didn't play the final, and Brazil played an awful game against Germany. But let's see the story.
Neymar said he would dedicate the first goal of the World Cup to Bolsonaro and went out in his first game with no goals and a sprained ankle. Luis Inácio Lula da Silva today celebrated and congratulated the Brazilian soccer team on its 2-0 World Cup Group G victory over Serbia in Qatar. Richarlison, who supported Lula during the campaign, was the man of the match with 2 goals, and one of them is among the best of the tournament so far. Legendary Brazilian player Pelé, revered as one of the greatest football players in history, called on the Brazilian team today to bring a 6th World Cup from Qatar.
You can hear behind me the Ecuadorian fans are getting happy, they're getting excited. The team is tying against Netherlands. There are 5 stories you have to know about today, about this World Cup 2022. Charlie Montero, tell us which one are the 5 stories of today.
That's right, Carlos. We got Ronaldo, we got Neymar. We have the 5 best news stories of the day. Let's take a look. Cristiano Ronaldo becomes the first player to score a goal in 5 World Cups. The Portuguese forward scored his first goal in Germany 2006 and continued scoring in every World Cup until Qatar 2022. Belgium's foreign minister wore a One Love armband when she met with FIFA president Gianni Infantino at her country's match against Canada. Meanwhile, Qataris wore pro-Palestinian armbands during the match between Japan and Germany amid World Cup symbol row. Qatari officials investigate the incidents between Argentina and Mexican fans. Local authorities hope to keep fan trouble to a minimum during tomorrow's match. Saudi Arabia's manager, Hervé Renard, gave a motivating pep talk at the halftime mark, and the video went viral. Saudi Arabia looked like a different team altogether in the second half, and ended up winning the game 2-1.
Pressing doesn't mean you will go high. Messi, at the middle of the pitch, he has the ball, you stay in front of the defense.
Neymar left in tears on bench after ankle injury against Serbia. Brazil, who are seeking their 6th World Cup trophy, will now have to wait between 24 and 48 hours to find out whether Neymar will play again in this year's tournament. There you have it, Carlos. Those were the 5 most important news stories of the day. Back to you.
Like I told you early today, Iran beat this morning Wales 2-0. That makes really a fantastic third game from Iran, who's going to face USA who's going to play later tonight against England. That makes it a great atmosphere, not only in the sport, not only on the field, also because the relations, the frictions there are between those 2 countries. We have the story about that.
The controversy arises from the request of Serhii Palkin, general director of Shakhtar Donetsk, the only Ukrainian club in the current UEFA Champions League, for the Spearnut to replace Iran in the competition. According to Balkin, both the international community and FIFA had to reconsider Iran's presence in the World Cup due to its stance in the current Ukraine crisis. The expulsion request was added to another attempt to prevent the Persians from attending, along with a formal letter sent by a group of Iranian sport personalities to FIFA to suspend that federation based on allegations against the Iranian government. In this way, the shotgun manager insisted on replacing Iran with Ukraine after the latter proved that it was worthy of participation because, in his opinion, in equal conditions with other teams, they played their hearts out during the qualifiers. The rules governing the World Cup give FIFA the possibility of substituting one country for another, mainly if a participating country withdraws, but do not establish the criteria to be followed to do so specifically, which would imply a discretionary power of this organization in decision-making, which, depending on the case, could compromise its impartiality in the face of international political conflicts.
We want you to be part of this community, social media community. Send us your pictures, your videos. If you are here in Doha, in Qatar, we are getting already some of your videos in our Twitter account at From the Field. You also, I want to invite you to follow us in social media. Say Montero Oficial, From the Field, and you can follow the rest of the team. We do a break, a very short break, and we'll be right back.
From the field, let's go Holland.